Welcome to this Yoga Nidra practice. Begin by cultivating a space and setup that will allow you to be physically comfortable and your muscles to release. We will be here for about 20 minutes, so focus on supporting your body as if you were getting ready for bed. You may choose to lie down on your back in Shavasana or corpse pose. You may choose to be in a supported seated position to remain awake and alert. If you're lying down, you might enjoy a pillow under your head or your neck, or a bolster or support under your knees. If you're seated, you might appreciate a pillow or bolster under your seat. You might enjoy a blanket draped over you, or perhaps something to cover your eyes with, and any other supports or props that will ease you into a relaxed state. During this practice, you are encouraged to do your best to remain awake and alert. I will be guiding you through the practice with prompts throughout. So come back to the sound of my voice and follow along. Now the practice of Yoga Nidra begins. As you get cozy and settled, you may choose to soften your gaze or close your eyes. You might notice where your body is making contact with the surface beneath you. Consider noticing the feeling of any props supporting you. See if you would like to tune in to any sounds that you hear outside of the building. Consider bringing your attention now to sounds you hear in the building. You might shift your attention to sounds you hear in the room. If you'd like, bring your awareness again to your body. Without needing to change anything, you might simply notice your breath. You might notice its pace, its depth, or perhaps where you feel the breath most prominently in your body. You are now invited to begin to modify the breath with 2 to 1 breath, exhaling twice as long as your inhale. On your inhale, you could take in slow breaths, rather than taking in as much air as you possibly could. You may choose to breathe in for a count of 3, and on your exhale, you may choose to breathe out for a count of 6. If you'd like, you could follow this pattern. In, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you lose count, see what it would be like to give yourself compassion and start again on your next inhale. You're invited to take 2 more rounds. In, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You might consider coming back to your natural pattern of breathing. Next, you're invited to identify a sankalpa, or an intention for your practice. Your sankalpa may be positive in the present tense and something that affirms you. Your sankalpa may begin with the words I am, I have, or I feel. An example is I am safe within myself. Take a moment to check in with yourself and identify something that you would like to hear or something that you would like to manifest. Once you've chosen your sankalpa, you might state it silently to yourself 3 times. Now, we'll begin the rotation of consciousness. I'll be naming one body part at a time, and I'll invite you to bring your awareness to that body part. We'll then move on to the next. We will not be lingering our attention on any one body part, so be ready to feel the body part and let it go. Begin by noticing your forehead, your temples, your eyebrows, the space between your eyebrows, your eyelids, eyelashes, eyeballs. Notice your eye sockets. Notice your cheeks, your nose, your lips. Notice your tongue, your teeth, the roof of your mouth, the inside of your cheeks, the inside of your throat, the inside of your mouth. Notice your jaw, your whole face, the whole face, feeling sensation in your whole face. Notice your neck, your ears, your right shoulder, your right upper arm, your right elbow, your right forearm. Notice your right wrist. Bring your attention to the thumb on your right hand, your first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, the back of your hand, the palm of your hand. Notice your whole right hand. Notice your left thumb, the first finger on your left hand, your second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Notice the palm of your hand, the back of your left hand, your whole hand. Notice your left wrist, your left forearm, your left elbow, upper arm, your left shoulder. Notice your right outer hip, your upper right leg, your right knee, your lower right leg, your right ankle, the top of your right foot, your right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, the bottom of your right foot. Notice your outer left hip, your upper left leg, your left knee, your lower left leg, your left ankle, the top of your left foot, your left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, the bottom of your left foot. Notice the back of your head, the back of your neck, back of your right shoulder, your right upper arm, the back of your right elbow, your right lower arm. Notice where your right wrist is making contact with the surface underneath you. Notice your back, your lower back. Notice the back of your left shoulder, the back side of your left arm. Notice the back of your left elbow. Notice the right glute, the back side of the right leg, the back side of the right knee. Notice your right heel. Notice the whole right side of your body. The whole right side of your body. Feel sensation in the whole right side of your body. Notice the left glute, the back side of your left leg, the back of your left knee, your left heel. Notice the whole left side of your body, the whole left side. Feel sensation in the whole left side. Notice your body as a whole, feeling your whole body, noticing your entire body. Now, begin to experience the feeling of heaviness within your body. Making note of where your body is making contact with the surface underneath you, the supports on or under you. Feel your body grounded and rooted to the surface and earth under you. Now, begin to notice a feeling of lightness in your body. Your whole body feels light as a feather, feeling the sensation of floating. Next, notice the sensation of lightness and heaviness occurring together in your body. You are both grounded and light. Now imagine that you're standing in front of an ocean on a cool day. Imagine the sensation of a cool breeze washing over the ocean and on your skin. Feeling goosebumps begin to form on your body. Next, imagine that you're standing in front of a bonfire on a warm summer night. Hear the crackling sounds and feel the sensation of the heat wash over you. Notice the sensation of being warm from inside out. Now, notice the feeling of being both cool and warm at the same time. Next, imagine that you're standing outside on a sunny day at the sun's peak, noticing the brightness of the sun, seeing the way the sun's light reflects off cars and surfaces all around you. Now imagine that you're standing in the middle of a forest, hundreds of miles away from the city, in the pitch black of the night, seeing only darkness all around you. Now experience light and dark at the same time, seeing both light and darkness around you. Now, you're invited to imagine that you're standing in an open field on a warm sunny day at the edge of a forest clearing. Perhaps you decide to slowly lower yourself to a seat to take your shoes off, so you can feel the sensation of the grass underneath your feet. Noticing the subtle moisture of the grass and the coolness of the earth. As you stand barefoot or in your shoes, you feel the earth underneath you. You hear the sound of a squirrel scurrying nearby, and bring your gaze up and see a squirrel scampering away. Noticing its fluffy tail following behind it as it runs into the forest. You notice that where the squirrel just was, there's a patch of something yellow. You begin to feel a sense of curiosity arise, and you wonder what that patch of yellow is. You slowly begin to walk towards the patch, feeling the earth underneath you, noticing any sounds as you take steps towards the yellow patch. As you get closer, you begin to make out the sight of brown-eyed daisies. You take in the vibrant yellow hues of the petals and the fuzzy brown centers. You notice the green stems and the leaves and feel a breeze. Then see the flowers slightly moving as if they're dancing together in the wind. You hear the sound of a chipmunk chirping nearby. You bring your gaze towards the forest and you see a strong old oak tree. You see its roots rooted into the ground. The base of the trunk is wide. You see the brown bark and the green leaves. You see the branches sprawling out, making contact with other trees nearby. You find yourself beginning to walk towards the tree. As you do, you feel the sun shining down on you, warming you up, and you notice a gentle smile building on your face. As you make your way closer to the tree, you feel a sense of strength and wisdom coming from the tree. You walk over to the tree and you place your hand on the rough bark, feeling a mossy patch make contact with your pinky. You notice a sense of peace and groundedness wash over you. Perhaps you close your eyes here as you take in the serenity of nature all around you. You stand here for several minutes, feeling all the sensations and all the energy from the earth, from the animals, the plants, all the living beings surrounding you. You begin to peel your hand away from the tree and are filled up with a sense of gratitude. You resolve to return to this field and this forest and this tree when you need to. If you removed your shoes, you walk back over to them and slowly begin to take a seat, placing them back on your feet. As you stand back up, you once again take in all the sights the sounds, the smells, and you make your way out of the field, feeling content and at peace. Now, bring your mind to your sankalpa that you set at the beginning of the practice. Repeat your sankalpa 3 times to yourself silently. You might begin to notice the feeling of your breath in your body. Perhaps you notice the sensation of your body breathing. You might bring your attention now to the sensation of the support underneath you and on or around you. Noticing where your body is making contact with the surfaces. You might imagine your body in the room, picturing yourself in your position, supported by the surface underneath you. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. You might consider remaining in stillness. Perhaps you think about slowly, gently moving your fingers, or ever so slightly wiggling your toes. You might allow those movements to get a bit bigger, perhaps rotating wrists or ankles. You may choose to make your way into a side lying position. And as you feel ready, you could gently press yourself up into a comfortable seat. You may choose to bring your hands together at heart center and find gratitude for yourself, for this practice, and for the cultures that created and sustain this practice. Thank you.